I've been making my way through some classic literature, and today, while reading The King in Yellow by Robert Chambers and War and Peace by Tolstoy, I had an interesting overlap that I need to bring up. Before we dive in, I want to point something out and keep this in mind as we go through this. This book right here, The King in Yellow, is from the 1890s, and War and Peace is from the 1860s. Both of these books are from the 1800s. Keep that in mind. In War and Peace, just before the ending of part one, there is this scene where father and son are discussing Napoleon. Yes, Napoleon. And while they're speaking about him, the father says that the only reason Napoleon's been able to do everything he's done is because the men of the time are so soft, including Napoleon. But he says that Napoleon just happens to be slightly better than the average man, and that's why he's been able to accomplish everything he has. Pointing out again that the men of the 1800s were seen as soft by the father in the story. Moving on to The King in Yellow, there is this scene in here in which two friends are talking about something they just discovered, or one of them just discovered a way to create sculptures out of living things instantaneously. And one of the things he mentions is that he will not give that secret out to the world because it will ruin people who create sculptures. They won't have a job anymore. To which his friend replies almost the same as what photography has done to artists, painters, and stuff. And now, I know that those two things seem like completely different topics, but are they really? I think they are this insane, almost irrational fear we have of things changing, of things being different. Older people do it to younger people all the time. Everyone thinks that their generation was the one. And anytime there is a change or some new innovation in technology, we always see it as this huge threat. AI, for example. And that's not to say that change doesn't have consequences or new technology doesn't have consequences. Of course it does. But I find it fascinating that generation after generation, we seem to have the same fears over and over again. And our politicians use these fears against us because we seem to just fall for it every time, no matter how many centuries go by.